you okay to watch it?
It's television history, of course.
Okay. I'm Wesley Morris, and this is Cannonball Today. They're all gorgeous, but only one has what it takes. In the old days of TV, and by old, I mean like the early 2000s, you were still channel surfing. You know, like you take your remote and you'd flip around, and when the show you were watching was in the middle of a commercial, you'd maybe watch some other show that you found interesting. For a while, that was how I wound up at UPN watching America's Next Top Model, between Whoopi and like The West Wing. But many, many other people watched this show believing their modeling dreams could come true. Now, there's a popular new docu-series about the show that needs us to know how bad America's Next Top Model treated some of those women.
We were all rooting for you!
On the one hand, I'm like, okay, where is the news here? It's the fashion industry and it's reality television. It's the reality television about people trying to break into the fashion industry. We were watching for the inane challenges and the judgy scrutinizing of everything from teeth and hair texture to walks and jiggle. But then I watched this thing, it's called Reality Check Inside America's Next Top Model, and I realized the show's host and star Tyra Banks had agreed to sit for an interview, and I'm like, that feels interesting to me. At least right now, in this national moment of denying responsibility for anything, here was a person maybe trying to practice accountability, maybe? I wanted to bring all of that to Michaela Angela Davis, who has been in the fashion and beauty industries for a long time. As a journalist, as a stylist, as an editor for Essence and my Subway platform magazine stand homeboy purchase Honey, where you can find out all about what was happening in Black beauty. And I started by asking her to go back to 2003 when Top Model started. Duck! Here comes Cannonball. Michaela Angela Davis, welcome to Cannonball. Listen, you're the only person to talk to about, at least for me, at this particular moment, given some things that are coming up for me around Tyra Banks, America's Next Top Model, you know, because it's more than about fashion. I'm thinking about this show, in some ways as being like one of the most important television shows, period. It arrives at a very particular moment, America's Next Top Model, in the TV landscape, right? It happens in 2003. There's all this stuff happening around it with respect to reality television. And it is instantly a phenomenon. And I would like you to take me back to that moment in 2003 when you discover this show. Where are you? What's your life like? What do you think of the show?
So I love a conversation that starts with listen, because you know it's gonna be real. 2003, I was the editor-in-chief of Honey magazine.
Oh, Honey.
For those of you who do not know Honey, it was the magazine of note for young, urban, hip women, right? So Tyra Banks, America's Next Top Model, was a centerpiece in the culture that we were covering at Honey. This is when hip hop had expanded beyond everyone's imagination. But the woman of hip hop and the woman in the urban, like, style, aesthetic sphere hadn't quite centered herself, but she was coming. So this show was pivotal, and so was Tyra, because Tyra was a top model for the people. She wasn't Naomi Campbell. Like, Tyra was never going to be on the cover of Vogue, but she was going to be our girl. She was like the around the way girl queen.
Yes. Like she was Will Smith's girl on Fresh Prince.
You know what? You ain't never gonna change. I'm getting the last word. Oh, no, you not. Oh, yes, I am. Damn.
And Naomi was with Kate Moss and those girls in Paris. Tyra was tearing up New York. So it's fashion, like any industry, like art, like opera, has lots of little levels of classism.
Sure.
And that's why her show was so revolutionary, because she brought it into America's living rooms.
Well, say more about that, because I mean, I am definitely aware of what this experience was like for some of the women in my life who were experiencing it. Like, it was kind of like the NBA.
Right.
For
like
a certain
NBA,
class of woman, right?
Yeah,
like it's going to
just
lift
like
you
the
out of
NBA,
poverty.
But you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
Just like the NBA, that is a great analogy, because just like a basketball player, there are some physical DNA that you have to have in order to make it to that level. And that's why her show was so crazy, because she made people think that that cute girl that you saw in church every day, or that was at school, everyone had a hot girl. Ann Philpott was the hot girl in my elementary school. And it was like, you saw her show and you could imagine the Ann Philpotts of the world having a shot. The thing is, the way that I was watching it, I knew the Ann Philpotts after that show were never going to have a career in modeling. And listen, I don't want to be in that sort of snobby space, because there are careers in modeling that you can have that aren't high end, that aren't New York, that you can go back to your town, do all the fashion shows for all the malls.
But Michaela is called America's top model. It's not called America's seventh, 11th model.
Therein lies our grapple, or one of them. There are many little grappling piles with the show, but it is called that. Just like it's called American Idol. Are they our idols? No, but you have to give it the gravitas. And so top model, Tyra was arguably a top model. She just wasn't an elite top model. Trust and believe, she was a hero and a queen. The girls on the street, the girls that matter, the regular girls loved her.
Yeah.
And because Tyra looked like she saw them. So you got this Black girl creating and leading a show in the industry that we've been shut out of for so long. That's a very powerful thing.
But I also think that what you're talking about is a huge element on the show. And, one of the sort of highlights of the show is these body types that you wouldn't typically expect to see on a runway.
That's right.
I'm thinking specifically of Toccara Jones from season 3.
My favorite.
Hey! Hi! I'm here! I'm Toccara. I'm big, Black, beautiful, and loving it. I want to encourage full-figure women to appreciate their body and to know that they're beautiful and that skinny women are evil. No, I'm just playing.
Toccara was my favorite model in all seasons.
Really?
I mean,
we should say it's 24 seasons of this thing.
Listen.
She's number 1 for you?
Yes. I mean,
Okay,
I love
Toccara.
Eva. I love Willie. But here's what Toccara did. She gave you the body Adi, and she was a Black girl. She was in the tradition of like a Pearl Bailey.
She was. Physically. And had the attitude.
Yes. That's sort of like, she's literally in that tradition. And she was giving you Meg before Meg Thee Stallion. I argue there would be no Meg without Toccara.
Listen,
Toccara was giving.
Yes. Like, look, can we just watch something with Toccara?
Can we please?
They're at this pool party. Everybody's drunk on Tyra, and probably a little bit drunk. Here's Toccara.
There are 2 plus size models, and we were talking about our boob sizes. We're like, oh, we're the same boob size.
I don't believe that she's really plus size. I think she's like 160. If you're looking for a real woman with something juicy, then here I am. I'm 180 pounds, and I'm carrying it well, and I'm loving it.
Which is a meaningful thing to say, right?
Yes.
They shouldn't be scared. Don't be scared, America.
What does Toccara not want America to be scared of?
Of itself.
Ooh.
Because
say more about that.
She said to camera, I weigh 180 pounds.
Yeah, that is.
Models are weighing 114 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And she said unapologetically, I weigh 180 pounds. Don't be afraid. And most of America, you go to the grocery store. Most women weigh 180 pounds and up.
Yes.
So she gave us back ourselves.
Well, I mean, this kind of brings us to like, some of the real shit, right?
Yes.
I mean, because do you remember watching this and thinking, for as much as I watched it and found it utopic in some ways, every episode had what I would describe as a problem. And I'm wondering if, like, how did you experience, or did you find parts of it problematic in the watching in 2003, 2006, 2009?
Oh, most definitely. There were a couple of episodes that were just remarkably, there was a lack of care in certain places that were so profound. One of them, when they had a Black model and they clipped her hair.
It was really just frustrating. The people did not have the correct clippers. Everybody basically sat. They didn't know what to do.
Should we leave a little tough?
I didn't even like the way the woman was cutting my hair and the way they were having conversations in front of me.
Should we write our name in there?
Yeah.
They shaved her head and left holes in it. This is Tyra Banks' show. And you know that there are several Black models and you don't have Black hairdressers. Like, go get Madam C.J. Walker. Like, I don't care what year this is.
Dig her up!
Go get somebody with a flat iron and some ovens. There is no redemption, as far as I'm concerned, to not have Black hair and makeup on a Tyra Banks show. Period. The end. So that's one level of care.
I mean, poor Ebony with the hair clipping. I mean,
but
what was that, season 1?
Yeah,
was Ebony? Ebony was
so.
season 1.
But also Shandi, we had sexual assault on camera.
There's this documentary about America's Next Top Model called Reality Check, inside America's Next Top Model. And it is trying to interrogate some of the things we've just been talking about with respect to, the problems of the show. I will tell you up front, I didn't go into this being interested in anything that this show was going to find that was new, because I have a very clear memory of people, all that TV people were discovering during the pandemic. I've never seen this show, never seen this show. Everything was being re-inspected for harm, hazard, neglect, exploitation, deviancy. And somebody thought, and then many people thought, to put this show under the microscope.
I haven't really said much, but now it's time.
I actually thought we were done with all that work. But, then I saw the documentary. And like I said earlier, I mean, the key here is that they're going back through all of this, but this time Tyra is here for it.
It's such a revelation. Wesley, I watched it, Reality Check, with my very millennial daughter. And to see it through her eyes, she was so riveted and dare I say, triggered. How did people let this happen to these young girls? And she saw herself in that, because she's very familiar with fashion. She's been backstage. She's done all the things. This isn't a new world to her. I mean, she's met Tyra. She knew this, but she was so triggered from eating disorder, kind of triggering, to the sexual assault and the Black girl pain was what really got her. And she thought Tyra took no accountability.
It's interesting because I think there are people who are looking for Tyra to be responsible for 35 moments. Like, is she going to answer for this? Is she going to answer for this? But the thing that was I think the apotheosis of a mode of Tyra Banks in the world of the show that I think people seem especially interested in, and the show itself focuses on, in terms of her behavior is a moment that happens with a contestant named Tiffany.
Tiffany Richardson.
What's up? I just want to tell you, I'm happy to be here. I know I may seem a little ghetto.
Why do you want to be a model?
Everybody think that I'm just, and I am, but I want to show people that just because I've done all kind of things, I could be somebody.
So I think I would like to think about this moment that happens between Tyra and Tiffany in season 4, because they bring her back.
Yes.
She's a cast member twice. And so she comes back in season 4.
She was a fan favorite. She was.
Because she was
that round the way girl that you knew.
Well, I think Tyra makes some identification with this person.
Yes.
And it's not maternal. It's something deeper. And so Tyra and the judges have had enough. They need to eliminate Tiffany.
Yes, yeah.
Is it good? Are you okay to watch it?
Oh, it's television history, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's go back to television history.
Tiffany, I'm extremely disappointed in you. This is a joke to you. You've been through anger management. You've been through your grandmother getting her lights turned off to buy you a swimsuit for this competition. And you go over there and you joke and you laugh.
Looks can be deceiving. I'm hurt. I am.
Tiffany is in a negligee.
You come in here and look at that and say, I can't read that.
Tiffany turns away and looks like, oof.
I don't have a bad attitude. Maybe I am angry inside. I've been through stuff, so I'm angry.
Yes, but this is not, be quiet,
but
Tiffany.
everybody
Be quiet! I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
What was profound for me that I heard while watching Reality Check that I didn't clock the first time I saw this, she says, Wesley, when my mama yells at me like this, it's because she loves me. What? Tyra Banks, why are you talking about your mama yelling at you?
Yep.
That's when I say that Black girl pain, like both of their internal stuff came out in that moment. And I was just like, wait, we don't do this in front of these people.
Nope.
I lost it. It was probably bigger than her. It was family, friends, society, Black girls, all the challenges that we have. So many people saying that we're not good enough. I think all that was in that moment. That's some Black girl stuff that goes real deep inside of me, but I knew I went too far.
All right. So, by the way, this completely irresponsible piece of crap documentary does not go far enough here. They just stop.
And you're right in the way that you're critiquing also the way the docu-series is framed or say not framed. It just leaves the hurt out there shaken. It doesn't move us forward. It doesn't. She unpacks it a little bit when she talked about, that's some Black girl pain. But
well, what do you think of the explanation? Like, what do you think she?
I mean, I think she said as much as she could. Again, I agree with my daughter Eleni. I think she was talking in a very careful manner. She felt that Tyra was speaking as if lawyers told her what to say and what not to say. She felt that Tyra was speaking as an executive producer again, that's trying to protect a brand. She felt that Tyra was protecting the show and not protecting the girls again. Yep.
I mean, okay, so is there a moment in this show? I feel like there's another side to this show, right? Which is, there's a moment from what I believe is season 2. There's a contestant named Shandi.
Yeah.
And she's just like a kind of really your classic, what I would call a Becky. And not a Beyonce Becky, but like a Real World season 1 Becky, where, the lights are so bright, the world is so big, and am I gonna make it? I just don't know, but I'm out of the house.
Right.
And she goes and is having a great night. There's a pool party, and she gets very drunk, and they're in a hot tub, basically. It's not a pool. And there are some young men, and she wakes up the next morning in bed, remembering only that she might have gone to the bed with this man. Talk to me about, the responsibility of the show here. And what it means to put these people in this grinder.
Yeah. Grinder is such a good word. And Shandi is the heartbreak of this entire enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only did she have like, I'm busted out of Walmart and going to New York, I would also say that she was the one model that I think could have even made it to high fashion because she was quirky, right? Shandi could have really made it.
Mm-hmm.
And so there is that also, that level of looking at her as someone that had real potential to get into this industry, to make it. And then you see this orchestrated catastrophe where the girls were working all day. She was saying she hasn't eaten. They bring in the props, these men that were props earlier they were in
on
Italy.
The photo shoot.
Yes, they bring them in. They have tons of wine. She's clearly moving towards a blackout. She's this big and drank 2 bottles of wine, no food. She's in a precarious state. And the set is full of other adults, like outside of our, breaking the third wall or whatever you would call it in reality. And they're watching this happen. And they went to the shower and filmed her having sex when she was clearly not conscious. She was in a blackout.
All right. So I think should we watch? Do
you want to watch?
I think that because what we'll see is adult Shandi sort of talking about her memory of this.
It was just the sound guy and the guy filming, and afterwards I'm just like laying on the floor in a fetal position, just crying, and they just like get up to leave, and they both came up to me and they said, "We're really, really sorry that we had to film that." They just knew that like, this isn't right. Like, why are we filming this?
I'm not head of story, that's Ken Mock, but I did become a master editor. It's important for people to know that we didn't put everything on TV.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Talk to me about Tyra becoming a master editor because
what does that even mean?
What is she?
What does that mean? You cut out the stuff that would have put you in jail? Like, I don't know.
Well, to that end, I was torn about whether to even invoke this kind of thinking in the first place, but I think that this is a very popular show right now on Netflix.
Yep.
And I think that for me, the thing that I've found satisfying about it as a person who understands the world of America's Next Top Model and I'm interested in what apology looks like and what atonement looks like. I am really fascinated by anybody trying to be accountable right now in any way.
Okay.
I feel like this show, for as bad as it is trying, I don't even know what the show's trying to do.
I was waiting for you to finish that sentence because I'm like, Wesley, tell me, what is this trying to do?
The show is a mess, but I think it is satisfying for me. And I think for some people too, I think for all of us, I think what we are looking for in this moment of so much just so kind of braggadocious, like authority run amok, right? Like not even authority, but just power run amok. For somebody to have power or who had power over people to atone, reconcile with the power they had and how they used it on them. And I just feel like anytime you get one of these nonfiction entities that comes along and tries to gather everybody to think about their behavior, I am always curious to see if anybody practices atonement. And is atonement accountability? Do you need accountability to achieve atonement? Obviously you do, but accountability and atonement to me are not the same thing. And I'm curious about what you think is happening here.
I think you need accountability for healing. And I'm very interested in Black girl healing and in the world healing. And so I think there has to be some accountability in order for us to heal and to heal these girls and to make it better for the girls that are coming, right? But reconciliation and atonement is a different thing. And atonement, I think, is so individual. Like you have to want that on a spiritual level, I would argue. But I do think we need to heal as a society and how we look and treat young women. Like that's glaring in this moment. Leave it to a Black girl to give us a pop culture runway, for lack of better words, to talk about it. Because people are talking about this. Like you and I were talking about this. You know? So I'm glad you kind of put us there, because I have some gratitude about. I mean, my daughter and I've had wonderful conversations about it. I don't know if wonderful is the right word, but like deep and interesting conversations. As a result,
helpful, salubrious.
Yes, and again, I hope some healing has come through, because also I apologize to her because I didn't unpack these episodes watching with her when she was 13. We didn't do that. We kikied. So we've been able to go back and do some healing, and I'm hoping that happened with all the watch parties and all the girls that watched it and maybe ate a nacho instead of saying that happened to me too.
Do you think Tyra gets it? Do you think watching this film that she understands what we're talking about?
I don't think so. Because I felt, and Tyra looked beautiful. I think she's still in a mogul mode. I'm going to do another season. I'm fierce. She was very composed. I didn't feel a sense of cracking open of anything. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what I want her to do.
Yeah, this is I like that you said that. Do we grant Tyra Banks grace, and what is the nature of the grace we grant her?
Yes, we grant her grace, because that's what we do. But also, she literally is the face of this. And it takes a multitude of people to put on a show. And if there's one Black girl in front, there's 5 men sitting on top of her head, right? That are getting a bigger paycheck, but are farther away from the cameras. And so I have no idea what legal told her, what the producers told her, like who was literally pulling the string. I do feel like she was hands-on, but hers weren't the only hands. And so I think there's always room for grace. I'm very interested to see what she's doing on the other side of this with all this conversation. And is she hearing it or listening, or is she in Australia planning season 25 with more blinders on? I don't know. But you know what? Tyra's still that girl. She's a sister. She did something. I recall being at a Todd Oldham fashion show, and Tyra Banks comes down the runway and we stand up and scream like at church. We didn't do that. You were supposed to be demure at the fashion show. You act like Anna Wintour. You keep it tight. Tyra made you scream. And we're going to remember that. Like you can't take that away. But she's got some reckoning to do herself. And it would be powerful if she would let us see that. If she does it, if her soul wants to do that.
I just gotta chill. Oh.
So I don't know if we're asking too much from Reality Check to give us to check us, to like really give us a real reality check. And I don't know if the show completely lived up to that name.
You don't know.
Or its title. This show, and particularly Tyra's positioning, I'm still not clear. I'm still not clear what she did. I'm still not clear what I want from her. I'm not clear what I want from the show. I do know, and what I'm grateful for, when I'll say it again, is that it had my daughter and I have some very profound conversations. A little Black girl healing.
Amen. Michaela Angela Davis, thank you. It was an honor.
Mine, it was a pleasure. It was fun.
It was fun. Hey everybody, we're back. The Oscars are in less than 2 weeks.
It's Movieland's big night.
Oscar is 98 years old. 98. And I just want to say I am proud of you, Oscar, because you're 98, but you still want to learn some new stuff, because this year there's a new Oscar. There's an Academy Award now for Best Achievement in Casting. This means that the casting director, the person whose job it is to staff this movie before the camera with people, is going to get an Academy Award. And I have to tell you, this is my new instant favorite category. I didn't even know I wanted it until they started talking about doing it. Your nominees: Marty Supreme, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and The Secret Agent. These people, some of them are goats. Francine Maisler, who did Sinners. This woman has cast so many movies. Reality Bites, I think, is her first movie. But let's just think about what the job really is. The job is essentially finding the right people for the right movie, for the right moment in a movie. And what I love about it is it involves the thing that you went to the movies to see, which is maybe famous people. But then some of these movies have a lot of other people in them who are just really interesting.
Ora, vejam.
Like if you look at The Secret Agent, for instance, this is the movie set during the 1970s, during Brazil's military dictatorship. It's about a guy on the run.
Tudo bem?
Tudo bem.
Marcelo. Bom, que véspera de despedida. A Sebastiana tinha me contado já que tava doido para ficar aqui com vocês.
Wagner Moura is the star. He is well known in Brazil. But there are many, many other people in this movie who have important work to do who nobody's seen before, except their families.
Eu fui para Itália para estudar música.
There's a woman in this movie named Tanya Maria. She is wonderful.
Lá eu fui comunista. Depois fui anarquista.
Last I heard, she was making rugs. And she's still doing that work. But in this movie, she is a star.
E Fuma já tem quantos anos?
60 anos.
É nada. Quantos anos a senhora tem?
77, no registro de nascimento. Eu sou de 1900.
Is she sticking around? I hope so, because she's definitely the most interesting person I have seen in a movie in like 100 years. My favorite of these 5 nominees, and I don't say this lightly because they're all really well cast. It's One Battle After Another.
I need you, brother. Sensei, please.
Courage, Bob. Courage.
This is just like a master class in casting, because you basically have all the people at the top of the ladder, the people you know by name: Leonardo DiCaprio, Benicio del Toro, to lots of us, Tiana Taylor, Regina Hall, Sean Penn. You're going probably for those people, but when you get there, what else are you seeing?
Whoa, who's this? Who's that?
First of all, there's a scene where some kids go to pick up Chase Infinity, who plays Leonardo DiCaprio's daughter. Her name's Willa. There's a kid who gets out of the car. They're in the woods somewhere, the house is, gets to the door.
What's up, homie?
DiCaprio comes out and starts full blasting DiCaprioing at him. And the kid's just like,
hey, how's it going?
You cool?
Yeah, I was just here to pick up
Yeah.
You can do your worst to me, Mr. DiCaprio. It doesn't bother me. I'm still taking your daughter to this dance. And DiCaprio's like, bah!
Listen, I'll tell you something, whatever you do to her, I'm gonna do that exact same thing to your entire fucking family. I'm not fucking around.
Wait, what?
Dad?
And the kid's like, are you done? I'm getting in the car. And there's just something about how just unbothered he is by this like great actor going ham on him.
Your dad's aggro, bro.
He's fucking paranoid, okay?
That's just really smart casting. And then later, I mean, it's actually very moving. There's a sequence where Willa has to leave the dance that they just gone to because Sean Penn is after her. I'm just gonna be very simplistic here. She's gone.
I'm Agent Danvers, how are you?
The military now is trying to question these kids to find out where she went and what they know.
What's your name?
Bluto.
Bluto.
And it's just this great montage of the interviews that this one military guy conducts.
But we have a few questions we want to ask you. Is that all right with you?
Sure.
You're shaking. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You nervous?
A little bit.
Do you need anything?
I'm okay.
My favorite thing about this moment is...
What's her number?
She doesn't have a phone.
They're so enjoying the being interrogated part.
Do I look like your parent?
Kinda.
Give me the fucking number.
And it's just really funny and then stressful. And then, like, my eyes welled up because at some point, the pressure of this interrogation situation gets to one of the kids.
I don't have her phone number.
Up. Put your hands behind your back. Cup him.
They're non-binary, name is Bobo, and...
I have it.
You have it now. What is it?
It just really gets me every time I watch this movie. And the guy doing the interrogating is also great.
I thought you took AP Common Sense. Sit the fuck down.
His name is James Raderman. I think he was in Homeland Security. I mean, it's just really smart casting. It's so much better to have a person who was basically doing this kind of work, if you know what I mean, in real life, doing it over here in the movies where it just brings a kind of heightened reality to already stressful circumstances. I mean, some of this job is detective work. It's research. It's kind of knowing who to ask. It's knowing where to look. And you're rewarding having a human eye, I guess is maybe the way to put it. Like you read a script or talk to a director and they can tell you what they want. And then you have to know, I don't know, what is your heart telling you about this person? Do you know where to look? And do you know what parts of yourself as the casting agent have to be open to even receiving or believing that these people can do this work? I don't know. This is the magic of the movies, and it's the magic of this one job. So I am looking forward to sitting on my sofa and rooting. Who am I going to root for? I want them all to win. I think Francine Maisler, who did Sinners, is probably going to win because she's been around for a long time. You could say the same about Nina Gold, probably, who did Hamnet. I don't know. But, you know, I'm just glad this category exists now. And it's a whole other zone of people to root for because you're now not only rooting for your favorite actor, you're rooting for your favorite bunch of actors. And that just feels, I don't know, I'm all for it.